found love, for real love. Let this be the real thing. Tell me now, what's on your mind? Whisper soft to me that you want me. There's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing. Take your time, I'm on a high, high. My body yearns for you to touch me. No, there's magic in your fingertips, it's magic when we kiss. I can be myself with you, kiss me now, I insist. Make me yours, just take me now, I'm helpless to resist. Got me so invested in this thing, it's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. It's more than just a fling. I can't help that it is more than just a fling. Now I know that it's the real thing, the real thing.
Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. Do I have a lot of background noise going on? Let me know if it's bothering you and I will adjust. It seems like I may have a lot of background noise going on. I hope everyone is doing well. Hello, Maurice. Thank you so much for joining me. Hi, Harrison Family Values. Thank you so much for joining me, Andre. Hello, Mona. Hello, Micah. Hello, the beautiful eye. Thank you so much for joining me. Can you hear me? Do I have a lot of background noise going on? And hi, Brianna. Hello, so happy you're here. Thank you for joining me. We will be getting started shortly. While you are here, please don't forget to like the video.
My name is Jillian. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Canada. The highest level of education completed was high school. I decided not to go to college, and I said I'm single, right?
And then what do you do for work?
I'm a writer.
Okay. It's not for Vice though, right?
No,
Okay.
no, I saw that in the comments.
Yeah, fuck
No.
Vice. Okay. What about you?
Hi, my name is Hollywood. I'm a certified.
My name is Jillian.
Just wanted to give you guys some time to go ahead and like the video. Thank you so much for liking the video. Even if you aren't here, if you're watching the replay, just go ahead and smash that like button. Again, thank you for joining me. I hope everyone is doing well. So I want to give a shout out to my last show sponsors. So firstly, I wanted to say thank you to Bria for hitting me on the Cash App. Mods, y'all have to remind me to check my Cash App before I end the show because I forget every time. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Bria's. And she said for YouTube content support. So thank you so much, Bria. I very much appreciate you. Okay, also thank you so much to Daniel for your donation last week, and again shout out to my entire show sponsor from again last show. That goes to Riley Nelson. Thank you so much for your financial support, and thank you to my viewers. I am here because of you, and thank you again. So I wanted to, before we got into our subject, I just want to kind of give you guys some game on how the YouTube algorithm goes as to why we always say hit the like button. Hitting the like button, commenting in the live chat as well as after the live stream. It really helps push your video into the algorithm. The more likes, the better. The more comments, the better. The more attention that viewers are giving the video, you know, again, pushes your video into the algorithm. And so I really want to emphasize how important the like button is, how important your participation is. And I just want to thank you in advance for participating, for talking back to me. And after we talk about girls trips, we're gonna talk about some questions. So go ahead and throw your questions into the chat. I'm gonna answer. Then they can be, you know, how to become a wife related. And I know Brianna is in the chat, and I know she is, you know, looking to be married. And so again, just throw your questions out there if you want to know a little bit more about me. Again, this is your time, but I don't plan to make the stream super long. So again, go ahead and throw your questions in the chat, and again, like the video. Well, thank you so much to Zwift. Did you guys hear that bullhorn? Just want to make sure you guys can hear it, because I can, but I want to make sure y'all can. Thank you so much to Zwift for showing your financial support, for kicking off the donations. Whoopsie. I think this is the first time I've seen you in my live chat, Zwift. So thank you. Is it Zwift or is it Zwift? Because in my brain I say Swift or Zwift, but I hear other people say Zwift. So you let me know, sir, what it is. But thank you for the $5 super chat, Zwift. He says just supporting. Salute to you, sir. Thank you again for joining me. Shout out to you. Okay. Again, did you guys hear the bullhorn? Okay, great. Thanks. Great. All right. So let's talk about girls trips. So for those of you who may not know what a girls trip is, even though I'm pretty sure you do, a girls trip is a trip you take with your girlfriends out of town, you know, to have fun, to spend time with each other, to enjoy each other's company, you know, whatever, have fun. That's a girls trip. You go on a trip with your girls. You go on a trip with your girlfriends. No guys allowed. Okay, so that is a girls trip. It could be for a special occasion. It can just be because you guys haven't seen each other in a long time. Maybe to celebrate something. Or again, so anyway, that's what a girls trip is. So I have a recording I wanted you guys to listen to. You know, hopefully you don't get too bored with looking at my face because it's just audio. I should have thrown a picture up here, but I didn't quite have time to throw a picture up here. But anyway, it is just audio, and we're gonna take a listen to it, and we're just gonna talk about it. Because this individual did reach out to me for advice in terms of what I thought, because she knows I'm married and she knows I'm on the femininity journey, and I like to help others, like help other women. And so she reached out to me. I did change her voice to basically kind of conceal or protect her identity in case someone who happens to know her and know her voice watches. But anyway, let's go ahead and listen to her question. Let's not do that now. I almost made a oopsie.
Hello, good afternoon. So I was asking about a relationship topic. My birthday is coming up in May, and
do you guys understand what she's saying? This is a female. Her voice sounds kind of like mine. She doesn't sound like that for real. But did that sound clear to you guys? I don't want the entire video or the entire audio to go by and you guys can't understand. So let me know really quick if you can understand. Let me give y'all some time to respond to me. Okay, great. Okay, Brianna says yes. You guys can understand. She can understand. Okay. Great. Just wanted to make sure. So we're going to go ahead and start it over. And here we go. Uh-oh. Wrong thing. Wrong thing, y'all. I'm clicking the wrong things. Okay, here we go.
Hello, good afternoon. So, I was asking about a relationship topic. My birthday is coming up in May, and one of my friends that I've been friends with since like 6th grade, she was in town recently, and she told me about a trip she was going on to Colombia, South America, and she had came around. She was like, "Oh, well, since you didn't have any plans for your birthday, would you want to go on the trip?" And I never.
Hold on. Let me give you a bullhorn. Hello, Lisa, the housewife. Thank you so much for joining me, ma'am. Shout out to the Wives Club, KS Wives Club, who are rapidly growing their YouTube channel. Go ahead. If I have any mods in the chat. Mona, are you a mod? I'm going to give you your wrench if you're not. But go ahead. Once I wrench you up, Mona, go ahead and drop the Wives Club's link down in the chat. I know I've got Micah, who wants to be a wife. I've got Brianna in the chat, who also wants to be a wife. And so I think you ladies definitely should check out this her page. Well, she's a part of the panel. Again, the Wives Club. You guys just go ahead and just dig into the content. I'm not going to give it away too much, but I recommend go ahead and following it, as well as to my replay audience, my ladies who desire marriage. Go ahead and follow the Wives Club. Again, Mona, are you wrenched up? Okay, but again, thank you so much for joining me, Lisa. I really appreciate it. Okay, so let's keep on going where she's asking me about a girl's trip to Colombia. One of her friends, Columbia, South Carolina, one of her friends invited her since she knows her birthday is during that time. And she wants to know if she can go. So she gives us a little bit of detail. And so let's keep going. Yeah, you're not modded up, Moda. So let me go ahead and... But yeah, go ahead and drop the Wives Club. Thank you, Bria. Thank you for joining me. And thank you for dropping the link. Awesome. Okay. Again, let's keep going.
Solidified anything because, I just wasn't sure what my boyfriend wanted to do. So, I just let her know I think about it. I just asked for the numbers and stuff like that. And so I told my boyfriend about it, and he was just like, he was in support of me going. He was just like, I know you like to travel, you like to do this, and you want to have more girlfriends and girl time, so I don't want to take you away from that, but I definitely support you going. Maybe we could do something after, but I want to do something for your birthday. So I'm just like, okay, should I just say no to the trip and just kind of see what he has planned for me and just trust him in whatever we're gonna do? Or should I take the trip? I was just thinking, should I take the trip and then maybe we do something after? But I did reach out to one of my other married friends, and she was just like, maybe you should wait and just see what he has plans, or just communicate, obviously, and see if he really wants to do something on the day. And he definitely does want to do something on the day. But he was just like, I know you, I don't want you to be resentful towards me because, you could have went and, feel like you were missing out. So I think it's a bit of FOMO. I'm like, if the trip was, in Miami or something, I wouldn't be jumping at the opportunity, but I think it's just because it's a place I've never been before, with somebody that I trust. I feel like that could be something good, but I don't know.
Okay, everyone. Hello, Sheila. Thank you so much for joining me, lovely lady. And, here we go. And thank you to Celine, the other lovely lady in here. Thank you so much for joining me. Again, thank you, Daniel, for your donation last week. And hello, Daniel. All right, y'all. So go ahead and put in the chat. 1, you think she should go on the girls' trip? Or 2, she should not go on the girls' trip? All right, I see the 2s already coming through. Sheila says 2. Brianna says 2. No, do not go, girl. Bria says nope. Lisa says no, not if they are not of the same mindset. Yes, love your answers so far. I agree. I do not think they should go. I do not think she should go. I'm going to tell you guys what, I'm going to read you guys what I responded to her with. And we're going to talk about it more. So, I said to her, because mind you, she has another married friend. Let me see what you guys are saying. Brianna says, if the ladies were married, they could all go with their husbands. That would be fun. I would love to do that. Do a couples trip. I would love that. And Mona says 2. Okay, yes. So, mind you, she has a married friend who she also asked, hey, should I go on this girls trip, or should I, quote unquote, trust my man and see what he has in store planned for me, because he says he supports me either way I go, but should I go? So clearly she is on the fence about this, right? So if you're on the fence about it, then that means probably, girl, you should probably do the safer option. So I'm just saying, trust your gut. So anyway, I said to her, I agree with your married friend. Assuming you want to marry him one day, I think choosing to spend time with your man is best, even when it's a girls trip to Columbia, Columbia, South America. He said he liked to do something special for you on your birthday. So that's him saying he prefers for the 2 of you to be together instead. Maybe plan a trip with your boyfriend to Colombia. Create those memories with him. That will make your bond stronger. That is what I would do. Okay, ladies? I hope that makes sense. So, she has a married friend, which is great, who she sought knowledge from, who she sought advice from, which is great. Ladies, surround yourself around women who are of a same healthy mindset, not the married women who are miserable, like someone we know. Get around women who are of the same mindset, who are kept women. Who are kept women for their husbands, who respect their husbands, who pray for their husbands. Surround yourself around women who you can seek advice from. So it's good that she has a married friend, and it's great that she reached out to me as well. That means she's willing to learn. She's willing to decide what is the best for this relationship because I want this man. Okay? She said she appreciated it, and it makes a lot of sense what I said. She says we've talked about marriage and moving forward, so this will definitely go a long way. I'm going to take your advice. That means she is open. That means she is receptive. That is great. She is already preparing her mind and her heart to become a wife, which is very, very positive. Sheila says, a couple's trip is fine, but all girls trip without your husband, it's a no. It's not safe. I agree. And let me touch on that. Ladies, an all girls trip with your friends is not safe because y'all are all women together. You have no covering. You're probably end up going to go to bars. You may, depending on where you're going, you may go to beaches. And there are likely single men or men who are on the prowl to tip and dip and get something wet, you know what I'm saying, and to get into something. You do not want to go into the lion's den and say, well, I'm trained to fight lions, Or, I won't be tempted like that from no man who's not my man. Don't even put yourself in that situation. Do not set yourself up for that situation to even disrespect your husband or even disrespect your future husband, or in this case, your boyfriend. You don't even want to give room to other men to disrespect your relationship. It is not good to go on an all-girls trip when you are seeking marriage, when you want to be married, when you want to be a wife. Respect your husband before you meet him, before you're married. Bria was actually on Shay Shardae's channel. What was that, yesterday, Bria, or 2 days ago? Feel free to drop that link, Bria, as well. Bria was talking to Shardae about respecting your husband before you marry him, before you meet him. That means you're already carrying yourself like a wife and in the spirit of a wife prior to getting the ring. Ladies, again, you are, as I've said before, time and time again, you are a wife before you become a wife. That means you need to prepare now. If you realize you were led astray, if you realize you have some things you need to catch up on or work on, it's okay. Walk in your full feminine energy and be willing to be open, be willing to be receptive, to be willing to be self-reflective, and be willing to adjust your behavior for the betterment of yourself and your future. What do I say here, y'all? A good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. You have to start somewhere, and that means self-improvement, ladies. She sought to self-improve, which is excellent. Lisa says, if she is on the fence, it's because she knows it's not all the positive choice. Exactly. That is a sign. Exactly, ma'am. That's what I was thinking. If you're on the fence, that probably, again, means you need to go with the safer option. With the option you probably are saying to yourself in your gut, deep down, like, girl, you probably shouldn't go. Girlfriends should do dinner for birthdays, not trips, in my opinion. That is an excellent alternative. Let's see what else. Yes, please like the video. Catching up on the chat. My thing's acting a little crazy. Okay. So ladies are saying wives trips are okay. Exactly. Brianna says my birthday is coming up also. A birthday's in or a dinner's in the works and my boyfriend will be there. That's excellent. Have your man right there. He's celebrating you with your ladies and he's probably picking up that tab or just yours, whatever. I'm going to travel with my husband. No way I'm traveling alone. I love traveling with my husband. I love creating those memories with him. As I said to her, ladies, as I recommended to her, maybe plan a trip with your boyfriend to Colombia. Make those memories with him. That will make your bond stronger. When you create memories with someone, with people, that builds your bond. And who do you want to have the strongest bond to? Your man, your husband, the man that you want to vow your life to, the man who you want to have children for, the man who's going to see you at your most intimate moments, like in your bedroom, in your marriage bedroom, when you're having children, when you're, water birthing your child. Like I gave birth to my son in a bathtub in water, all natural. My birth video is on my YouTube channel. It's on my page. Check it out. Don't you want to have the strongest bond with him, with your husband, with this man who you want to marry? Ladies, I said to her, your boyfriend said he'd like to do something for you on your birthday, per what she said. So he said that he prefers for the two of you to be together. Ladies, listen to what he's saying. Listen to the words, but also truly try to grasp the meaning. He doesn't want to say no because he doesn't want her to feel forced, but he is still saying his preference. Girls trips are not safe. As Lisa said, as I'm saying, if you're on the fence, you know it's probably not the best choice anyway. Daniel says, he said, my wife won't be going on girls trips. Sheila says, Colombia is not safe to begin with. You have to be careful with certain parts. Yes, you have to be careful, ladies. Be wise when you're traveling with your friends, even if it's stateside, even if it isn't abroad or international. You must be careful. I've never been on a girls trip either, especially not in a relationship. Okay, let me see. Mods, I'm gonna need you guys to pick out the questions for me once we start the Q&A portion, in case I'm missing one, because you guys are chatting it up and I just don't want to miss anything. This is the video. I'm going to keep it on the screen for a while, but it's on Shay Shardae's channel, and they're talking about respecting your husband prior to meeting him. Okay. Uh-oh, we've got a donation to the platform. Shout out to Clarence Carr, who's coming through. He always comes through for me. Thank you so much. Let me go ahead and write your name down so I can give you your props on next stream. Thank you so much for your $19.99 super chat. And it says, what up, Bella and everyone in the chat. That's funny, Bella. That's so funny. I'm like, what, BellaA? What's up, Bella and everyone in the chat? Hello, sir. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for your financial support. I really appreciate it. Okay. Harrison's Family Values says safety in the presence of men. Some women will go on trips and link up with a local man or another vacationing male for the safety or that sex. Exactly. I prefer to travel with my husband. I feel the safest when I'm with my husband, especially going overseas. You know, you don't want to become a victim. I'm not saying women who solo travel always or become victims, but I'm just saying you want to be smart. But again, you want to build those bonds with him, ladies. As I'm sure many of you have heard about passport girls who are going to Jamaica and for girls trips, who are hooking up and essentially purchasing bedroom fun from the Jamaican local men. Having unprotected, intimate fun in bamboo bushes and shrubbery, in front of people on boats, telling people to use trash bags because you don't have the proper safety equipment. Oh, you're saying just the tip? Ladies, you don't want to get around these single friends on girls trips when you're marriage minded and they're acting single and doing what single women do when they go on these trips, such as what Harrison Family Values said. Some women will go on trips and link up with local men or another vacationing male, getting mud rubs. Get behind, massaged and rubbed with mud by someone else's hands. And your friends, come on, girl. It's not that bad. It's fun. No, you need to purge them out of your life. Those are not friends that you are supposed to have when you are marriage minded, when you're trying to get the ring. Yes, passport hoes. Okay? You don't want to get on a girls trip acting trifling because you're left out, because you're in the presence of, it's 6 of y'all and it's 5 of y'all acting like you shouldn't, not acting like a wife. acting like this. Twerking on tables, encouraging your friends. This is extremely unladylike. This is extremely uncouth, and it is embarrassing. No man's wife, future wife, should behave in this manner. But you're hanging around friends who encourage this behavior.
Hello, good.
Sorry, on those girls' trips. That's something you don't need to be doing. It's a no for me.
It's a no for me, dog. I don't think it was really good.
There are certain ways and behaviors that wives act and shouldn't act, ladies. There are certain things that wives don't wear in public for the public eye. There are certain things that wives and when I say wives, ladies, I'm saying wives, but I'm referring to those future wives, because those who are not married, who are in the chat and who are in the replay, you desire marriage. So you are willing to put in the work, so you are a wife too. You just haven't received the ring yet. Again, you are a wife before you get the ring. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. That means she was already a wife. Yes, everyone, please like the video. Please help this message spread. I want to get to 5,000 subscribers soon. Maybe by my birthday in June. Please like the video. There are nothing but dangerous things that can happen on girls' trips, ladies. So again, if you're on the fence, you probably shouldn't be going. You probably shouldn't do it. You probably shouldn't say it. Ladies, be wise and stop making yourself look bad. Ladies, especially to my black ladies, to my sisters, we have a bad image in the media. We twerk on tables. We're uneducated. We're unborn baby deleters. We're pregnant and not married. We've got 3 baby daddies for our 3 children. We're loud. We wear bonnets in public. We have unrealistic expectations. We sing it F-R-E-E, We're using men. We're only here to sift from men rather than add to a man's life. That is our reputation, ladies. And you do not need a girl's trip to add to your bad decisions in your life. Sheila said, when I had gotten married at 25, I said bye-bye to my single friends. I'm not saying you have to get rid of your single friends, but it is wise to go ahead and take a look through your friend Rolodex. Who are you hanging out with? What do they do on a day-to-day basis? Is that behavior that you do, and is that behavior that is conducive to a future wife, that is conducive to a future marriage, that is conducive to respecting your husband prior to the marriage? Okay? Girls' trips are dangerous. You should not go. That's my recommendation. Bella, big sis Bella, little sis Bella. That is my recommendation. If you have to think and double think about it. What is it, y'all? It's a red flag. It's a red flag. And these girls may not be your friend. Just need an extra body to share the room expense. Exactly. Do these girls even care about you? Are they jealous of you because you have a man? Because you prioritize your man over the relationship? That's a sign. That's a red flag as well. Because they have something to say when you again prioritize your relationship, when you prioritize your man. calling you a pick-me in her head, calling you a pick-misha in her head, when you've been picked and you're trying to stay picked because you're trying to get that ring, when she can't seem to lock down the man she wants. Get rid of the naysayers. You want to build a memory. You want to build memories with your man. Ladies, men, your man wants to build memories with you. That's why we hear that men of value, masculine men, they want women who don't have a lot of experience. That includes, or that means, a woman who hasn't done so much in her life to the point where building memories with her is difficult. Building a bond is difficult with her because she's done so many things already. Yes, you can ask questions. We're going to move on to the Q&A portion shortly. Yes, and you have to be careful. Lord bless Shaquilla's or Shanquilla's family. Those were not her real friends. Thank you, Theo. Birds of a feather flock together. Thank you, Lisa. You will be guilty by association when things go bad. Exactly. Guilty by association. Birds of a feather. If your friends are doing things, are saying things that would be considered offensive, that would be considered inappropriate, dangerous, if you're there, if you're not saying anything, if you're not trying to stop it, if you do not make a rebuttal, that means you condone it. That says you condone it. Birds of a feather. If I was one of those young ladies with that group of women who were twerking on tables in the restaurant or twerking on the tables at Turkey Leg Hut, they're going to look at all of us and say, those women have no class. Those women are embarrassing themselves. Those women don't know how to act in public. Those women don't have any home training. Birds of a feather flock together. Shout out to Theo. Lisa says, my husband loves showing me new things and surprising me. Exactly. But women have so much experience in their life. Oh, do you want to go to Cuba? Oh, I've been to Cuba. Oh, it was great. Oh, I've been here before. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, me and my friends went here, and there. Or me and my ex-boyfriend did this and that. On your Instagram, you are well traveled. You've been to Italy. You've been to Egypt. You've been to Dubai. You've been all across the 50 states. You've been to Africa. You've been everywhere. And you're flaunting it on Instagram. And men can see that. And they say, she is well traveled. Who is she going on these trips with? Ladies, be careful. Look forward to doing things with your husband, with your family. Create memories. That creates a builder. That creates, a stronger bond. More experienced and the most lonely. Dun dun dun. Okay. Hi Ed, thank you so much for joining me. All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and shift gears. We're going to go to the question and answer portion of the show. So while we get ready to get our minds together and go ahead and drop questions in the chat, mods, help me out. to make sure I don't miss any questions. And I want to say, go ahead and like the video.
My name is Jillian. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Canada. The highest level of education completed was high school. I decided not to go to college. And I said I'm single, right?
And then what do you do for work?
I'm a writer.
Okay. It's not for Vice though, right?
No,
Okay.
no. I saw that in the comments.
Yeah, fuck
No.
Vice. Okay. What about you?
Hi, my name is Hollywood. I'm a certified.
My name is Jillian. I'm 20 years old.
Hey, yo. Oh, I got my 15 minutes. Y'all, don't act like that. Elegance doesn't have to speak, to be seen, to be noticed. Beauty doesn't have to be loud in tone and frequency or in appearance. It doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be gaudy. It just is. Beauty just is. Y'all silly. Okay. So again, go ahead and drop questions in the chat, especially to my ladies who want to be wives, who are trying to prepare to be wives. I'm going to go over this chat to get some questions answered, and so we can go ahead and get out of here. Uh-oh. We've got a donation to the platform. Thank you so much to Lisa the housewife for your $5 donation and for the super chat. Lisa says, we need more wives, ladies. Ask your friends, are you a wife? Dun, dun, dun. Are you a wife? Ratchetness. Theo says he did a reaction to that Fresh and Fit clip. Miss Pink Hair was drunk and got kicked out. Oh, Lord, really? I just thought she was just obnoxious. Let me stop. I'm a little goofy, y'all. Okay, let me go through this chat. While you're thinking to yourself, ladies, are you a wife? What can I do to prepare myself for marriage? To prepare myself for a husband? Questions. And I'm also looking through the chat because I thought I saw some questions while I was talking about girls' trips. Maybe not. Okay, let's see what Brittany Hayes says. Brittany says, what are your thoughts on just going to visit one girlfriend that is your best friend but not a group? I don't see anything wrong with that. You know your friends. You know, there are nuances to every relationship. And of course, I don't know your relationship with your friends. But I don't see anything wrong with going to see one of your girlfriends. But just understand that if one of your girlfriends, if this best friend, if she's wild, if she likes drinking, if she likes clubbing, you're going to need, I would recommend possibly distancing yourself or just explaining to her, hey, you know, I really want to be a wife. You know, maybe asking her if she wants to be a wife. But anyway, just letting her know that you want to be a wife and you just want to make sure that you're carrying yourself as such because you're trying to prepare. And at the end of the day, if she has something to say negative about it, then maybe it's time for you to kind of reevaluate the friendship. But I don't see anything wrong with going to visit one of your girlfriends. Just, again, what are you guys going to be doing during that visit, during that trip? It's one thing if you guys go to brunch or you just, you know, watch Netflix and maybe drink some wine, eat some popcorn, you know, talk about your relationships, your lives or whatever at home or wherever you meet your friend or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that because, I mean, there's you obviously can enjoy your friendship and can enjoy your friends. But again, you have to be wise about it. Girls trips in of themselves, like just the name, it just sounds dangerous in general, especially considering the movies that have come out and trends that seem to be popping up on like World Star, and how we're seeing passport hoes and all that stuff. Just be careful. Just be careful. Okay. Any more questions? Now I'm scrolling down, y'all. Hey, Maurice, I'm doing good. Thank you. Looking for questions. Brianna. Thank you, Mona. Brianna says, how do you keep your man encouraged, especially after a long day? So, I would say I would send text to my husband, just checking on him, making sure he's okay, and just making sure that he knows that I love him and that I miss him and that I'm thinking about him. So that way he looks forward to seeing me, because I've already made him know that he's on my mind and I'm looking forward to seeing him and things like that. Just sweet talk him. Ladies, be sweet to your man, and he's going to be sweet to you. He's going to be nice to you. He's going to be kind to you. And I genuinely believe that men are generally more kind than women. Like naturally. I really do. So that's what I do. And just have him looking forward to something like when he comes home. Cooked meal, candles lit, clean home. You looking cute, you smelling good, you having a smile on your face and ready to give him a kiss. That is how you create a peaceful home, a peaceful dwelling. And you're ready to greet him when he gets in the door. So I hope that answers your question, Brianna. How do you keep your man encouraged, especially after a long day? Give him a foot massage if that's what he needs, girl. Ask him how his day was. If he wants to talk about it. Listen to it. Engage in conversation. Just be kind to him. Be nice. Be nice to your man. Hi, Sloppy Joe. Thank you so much for joining me. I think this is my first time seeing you in my chat, so thank you so much. You have a great week as well. Brittany says she lives 5 hours away. However, she's not wild, very homebody, but she doesn't like my relationship with my man. Well, I don't want to get too much into your business, Brittany. But does she have legitimate reasons as to why she doesn't like your man? Is your man actually a narcissist? I mean, I know, or is he just rude to you? Does he not treat you as he should? Is he not unkind to you? Does he not give you the attention or time? I mean, I had friends who didn't really like the relationship I was in college, and they were telling me how they didn't like the relationship and how he didn't treat me well, but I stayed because I was very loyal and all those things, and that was the reason, which was, they were right. But does she not like him? Why? Because maybe you're dedicating time and attention to him, because that's a problem. You should put your man first. You should put your husband first over your friends. Ladies, you should put your husband first over your friends. You should prioritize your relationship with your husband, with your man, over your friends. They're not going to be the ones cuddling you at night. They're not going to be the ones giving you loving at night. They're not going to be the ones who give you children. They're not going to be the ones providing. They're not going to be the ones who are going to take care of you in your old age. Likely, because they're going to probably end up being in relationships, and they're probably going to be like, bump her. Bump her. Anyway. Brianna says, how can I keep myself accountable when it comes to health and fitness? I feel like I can be better, especially if I want to marry and have children. Brianna, does your man, because you have a man, right? Does your man work out? He can be your accountability partner, especially when I was first really getting into fitness prior to getting pregnant with my first child. Me and my husband, we were going to the gym together. He was my gym partner. He was my encouraging thing. So if your man is someone who works out, let's say he gets up early before work. Get your behind up, girl, and go to the gym. It's going to hurt. You're not going to want to do it. You're going to be like, oh, I want to sleep. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm sore. Drink you some water. And get your behind up and go to the gym. Tell him, I want you to hold me accountable. Also, if you don't choose to go that way, again, just set an alarm. Put it in your calendar. If you're a person who does well with notifications, go ahead and set timers for you maybe to get up in the morning, or set a timer in the afternoon, or whatever your situation is to go to the gym. Or write a workout plan, or go on just of a few workouts, and have that ready for already ready, so when you go to the gym you already have a plan, so you don't feel like you're wasting time, and so you can feel prepared. That's just kind of some recommendations on how you can keep yourself accountable. And remain consistent, especially with fitness. You only see results when you're consistent. Okay? Remind yourself what your fitness goals are. You want a flat tummy? You want a behind that sits up? You've got to put in the work. But you have to envision yourself there and continue to put in the work day to day to day. Similar to becoming a wife. Do you want to become a wife? That means you have to do the work. That means you have to work on your attitude now, today. And then when you're irritated tomorrow, work on it then. And then when you're irritated 3 days from now, and when you're irritated a week from now, you work on it and work on it and work on it. And then all of a sudden you realize your demeanor is lighter. Your demeanor has changed, has become better. You're not as irritable. You're not as short with him. And he can see your attitude has changed. He can see that you're changing slowly but surely, and you even notice that. And those red flags, those pink flags are turning yellow, then to green. So, Brianna, envision yourself as a wife. When you envision yourself as a wife, when you think about having a ring, when you see yourself as Mrs. So-and-so, you're willing to put in the work. So when you see yourself with that flat tummy, when you see yourself with a toned body, with the behind that sits up, when you envision it and when you put in the work, that's when you see change over time. A good woman makes a good wife, and a good wife makes a good mother. That's how I hold myself accountable. And I hope that helps. Okay. Brianna is just giving me the questions. I love it. Brianna says, do you think as a woman dating, my financial decisions are important when it comes to a man? Hopefully this makes sense. I think I'm understanding what you're saying. You're saying, as a woman who's dating or has a boyfriend, the things you do with your money, are they important when it comes to your man? Now, it just depends. If you're thinking about maybe investing into something, just ask him what he thinks. Because at the end of the day, again, if he's your boyfriend, you want him to be your covering, right? And so you essentially want to show him that you respect him as your future covering. So in that, I would say just ask for his advice, or ask him what he thinks. Or say, hey, I'm thinking about investing in this, or I'm thinking about purchasing this. What do you think? Because at the end of the day, typically how it goes is his money is y'all's money, both of your money, and your money is your money. That's typically how it goes. A provider man, your money is your money, and his money is y'all's money. It's the money that he earns to provide. Okay. So, with that being said, I still think that it is important and wise to consider his opinion, because he's also going to essentially guide you when he essentially becomes your husband. He's going to be your guide as well. He's going to be your leader and your guide. and you're gonna look for him for his opinion. And also, especially in the dating phase, if this is a man who you want to marry, ladies, I recommend doing asking for his advice or his thoughts and what he thinks about certain decisions that he makes, because that'll build trust toward him through you. You know what I mean? That's gonna help build trust with him. That's gonna help you build your trust with him, because if you listen or if you consider his point of view, it could turn out being really helpful. And then you're like, wow, this man truly is a leader. Wow, this man is wise. Wow, this man knows what he's talking about, and I trust him to lead me in the future. Okay. Mona says, write him a nice note and put it in his lunchbox. Absolutely. Lisa the housewife says, what is the worst thing that has happened on girls' trips recently? I have no idea, to be honest. Anyone know? I'm sorry, I don't know how to answer that question. I'm not too sure. I do know about those women going over to Jamaica, purchasing bedroom fun or canoe fun or bamboo shrubbery fun. But I don't know the most recent thing. I pray if there are no casualties or anything that have happened recently. Okay, let's see. I thought I saw some people in the chat who have entered to the chat. Hi, Ed. Hello, Wahlburger Report. Thank you so much for joining me, sir. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything from you guys. Okay, yes, he works out. Yeah. Go to the gym. Go to the gym with your man, Bria. I recommend that for sure, and that he'll help you. He'll help you with kind of like getting that zeal with wanting to go. Wrong one. Well, hi, Wahlburger Support again. Women with a good man tend to adopt similar habits, such as going to the gym, seeking a man whose habits you admire. Exactly. Thank you for that. Very good point. Be with a man who has similar habits or healthy habits that you would like to adopt to your life, such as going to the gym. This man has frame. This is a habit that you admire. My husband is the reason he's the reason that I grew a passion for fitness, because I saw his drive and I saw his growth, and then I started going with him, and the next thing I know, I'm encouraging him. I'm giving him drive to go. I'm impressing him because I'm going so hard in the gym and I'm getting the results I want. Okay. When is the right time for my older brothers to meet or to get to know a boyfriend? I recommend allowing your brothers to vet him. They can sniff out guys who aren't worth the hill of beans, who don't have good intentions. It's appropriate to allow the men who you don't or have never had and who you've never had romantic ties to, such as your brothers, such as your fathers, uncles, things like that. It's appropriate to have them vet boyfriends, to have them vet guys, but really before they become your boyfriend, but guys who you're dating. Because men know men. Men can pick up on men's body language, certain wording that he's using that may be deceptive or not good. And then they can give you the confidence that you need in order to move forward or even not to move forward with the relationship. Celine says, how can I tell the guy I'm seeing that I'm not ready to tell my parents about us yet? I would just say it like that. Just explain, my parents are protective of me. I'm their little girl or whatever. And so I'm a little nervous or I'm a little hesitant to tell them about us. And I hope you understand. And just go from there to see how he responds. Just tell him like that. The reason why you're hesitant as to why you want to hold off telling your parents. Thank you, Sloppy Joe. Appreciate it. Awesome, Brianna. Nikki says, what qualities did you identify in your husband early on that made you believe he'd be a great husband and father? How has your family of origin influenced you influence how you relate to men in general? Excellent question, Nikki. I appreciate it. And this is my first time seeing you in my chat, so hello, Nikki. Everyone say hello to Nikki. That is a great question. So your first question, what qualities? Let me see how long we've been going live, y'all. An hour. We're gonna get off here soon. What qualities did you identify in your husband early on that made you believe he'd be a great husband and father? Okay, so one quality that some qualities that I identified in my husband early on that made him believe that he'd be a great husband and father was because, he's probably gonna kill me, but he was previously married, and so I understood that he wasn't afraid of marriage, of long-term commitment. So that was definitely a green flag, because I didn't want anyone who was wasting my time, who was hemming and hawing about marriage, because my husband is older than me. He is 8 years older than I am, and so I thought that was a positive thing. You know, he already had more wisdom, more life to have lived. Also, my husband's funny, and we have similar types of humor. He's a little cheeky, but funny in conversation. He makes jokes about maybe things that, maybe how I look. He'll call me like palm tree head or things like that. So our sense of humor is really blended, which I really liked. And father, because he always talked about how he desired to be a father. Because he didn't have his father, unfortunately. He doesn't know who his father is. And so he always made it clear that he was looking forward to fatherhood. And he's made certain career advancements and things like that. But one thing that he hasn't done in his life is, or hadn't accomplished yet, is being a father. And so in his desire and in him explaining his desire and having a relationship with his children and loving on his children and providing for his future children was definitely a big sign as to why I thought he would be a great father. Also, my husband's very kind. One time I was very pregnant with my son, and I told him, I was like in my third trimester, and I really had to go to the restroom. So I had him stop at the 7-Eleven, and there was a young man who was outside of the 7-Eleven, and it was clear that he was less fortunate. He was homeless. You could smell him. His hair was unkept, and he was just outside. And I went to the restroom and came back out, and the young man didn't have shoes on, and my husband was like, you see something different about me? And I'm like, wear your shoes. And he's like, he pointed, and the young man had my husband's shoes on. My husband will give the shirt to you off of his back. My husband has a big heart, and that is one of the reasons, outside of him being fine, as to why I fell in love with him, because he has a really big heart. Okay. How has your family of origin influenced how you relate to men in general? So I grew up in a 2-parent household. My parents were married up until I was about 16 years old. My mother taught me to be feminine. She taught me to be a wife. And then I eventually had to learn essentially like how to be a wife. And that's why I'm here, trying to help young ladies who want to be wise. In terms of how my family influenced me in terms of relating to men, I just would like to say I would like to think that I've always been reasonable. I've always been considerate, and I've always liked to look at maybe situations from someone else's perspective, as especially in terms of how they're treated. And so I noticed that there was an incongruency in terms of how little girls are taught to get what they want from boys, and then little boys are taught how to impress girls and how to get girls' attention and things like that. I noticed there was an incongruency there. It was, okay, you teach the boys how to please the girls, but you don't teach the girls how to be nice to the boys and how to please, you know, eventually a man, and how to be nice to him and how to give to him. And so I noticed that there was something off about that, but I just really think it was ingrained in me to be a wife from the start. And so I've always been marriage minded, and then seeing my parents married and seeing things I liked and didn't like in terms of that went on in their relationship, it just kind of built upon itself in terms of being able to relate to men and listening to men. I hope that makes sense, Nikki. Okay, let me catch up before we exit. And yes, please like the video. Mona says, also, watch your own spending habits. Wives have to have solid skills with managing money, and if you don't, your man does. Listen to him. I completely agree. You don't want to be a financial burden, especially if you want to be like a stay-at-home mom. I am a housewife. We have a baby, another one on the way, and I make sure I'm not a financial burden. I've got locks, so I don't need my hair done all the time. I do my own lashes. I can do makeup. I do my own eyebrows. I do my own nails. And so just... And I do my own nails because I've got a baby and I'm at home with him, and I can't take him to the nail salon with me. So that was a way of still looking cute, still being manicured without breaking the bank or without always having to pawn off my child to my husband. So yeah, great advice, Mona. A good time my sisters introduced me to their boyfriend is when I was unarmed. Yeah, good one. Lisa asks why she won't hold off on telling her parents. Why is she holding off? Celine says, I'm afraid what my parents will say about what he looks like. Is he let me see, he's a great person, comes from a good family, he's slightly autistic, which I'm understanding. Okay, personal business. Okay, let's keep going. This is my first time catching it live. Thanks for lovely work you're doing. Thank you so much for your support. All right, are there any last questions before I hop off of here? I've enjoyed your questions. This has been fun. This has been fun. Are there any last questions before I get off of here? While I wait for your questions, I want to let you guys know that we have a family day planned out on Sunday to the beach. So I won't be streaming at 2:00 on Sunday because we will probably still be out. So I'm going to likely maybe live stream later in the day. I don't know what time quite yet. I hope that works for you guys. Maybe... Again, later in the evening, maybe 6, 7 or something like that, p.m. Eastern time. Again, later in the day. It's because I still want to bring you guys content, okay? If not, I may end up dropping a pre-recorded video later in the week, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. I can't wait for the next live. Thank you so much for your support, Lisa. I really appreciate it. I feel so loved by you guys. Thank you so much, Ed. I appreciate it. The Wahlberger report says if you practice frugal spending, a good man will be happy to spend on big ticket items. Hello, ladies. It doesn't necessarily matter how much money this man makes. Be frugal, be wise, be considerate, and a good man will notice, and he will reciprocate 2 times fold. Okay, so I don't see any lasting questions. So I'm gonna give my show sponsors one last shout out. Thank you, Mona. Shout out to Clarence Carr for sponsoring the stream with your $19.99 super chat and donation. Thank you so much to Zwift for your $5 super chat, sir. I appreciate you and salute. Let me go ahead and check my Cash App real quick, just in case, because I don't want to miss anybody. And Bria, I wanted to thank you again for your $5 donation. Okay, no cash apps. So thank you so much for your support, everyone. This was a fun one. We're gonna talk about sports on the next live stream. I'm gonna kind of talk over some things that I know about a certain maybe game or something that my husband picks for me to go over. Because if your man likes sports, it's gonna be a positive. It's gonna be an impressive thing if you know a little bit about what's going on the screen when you're watching the game with him. So that's gonna be what the live stream is gonna be on. I think it's gonna be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna be in the chat for a little bit after the live stream ends. And again, it's not going to be at 2 o'clock Eastern time. It's probably going to be later in the day. But just look out for the notification. But that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me. The truth has been delivered. The truth has been signed, sealed, and delivered by yours truly. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like the content you see, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of my new uploads. And please turn on your notification bell so you can know the next time I'm going live. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you. Again, I thank you. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.
And then